there's gotta be like a scroll up here, because I've been like, okay, well, I've been on the bottom. There's probably something up here at the top. Because I thought that was water underneath, so I was going to go swimming first and then come back up here. But it wasn't water, but there was still stuff down there. I got a rare, which was nice. So, hopefully maybe I'll actually find a couple of the scrolls that I need. Yeah, as someone with a really bad sense of direction, I actually really value the fact that once you find all of the explorer spots or journal nodes or whatnot that are available here. Oh, here's one. I mean, once you find them all, the fog of war, all these dark spots, goes away. There's only one map where that doesn't happen, and it's a glitch. It's in Giant Hold, and for some reason they have yet to really fix it.
Which one do you want to do first? I prefer to do Fed first because we've got a daily that's almost full of marks, and but I'd be happy to do KDF next as long as we don't get sidetracked on something. I'm gonna switch over to the.
I might have more marks, so let me just check.
Thank you again, so I can get some marks on that side.
Well, I'm glad we're gonna be here to disrupt whatever it is that they have planned in the first place. So it doesn't even matter. Because, you know, that's what adventurers do. We go in and just screw everything up. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. Yeah, oh my gosh. Hey, you know, I'm not gonna wait until I actually do the set of quests to talk about it. Because I'm thinking about it now, 1, and 2, I don't know if and when I'll ever really get to that particular quest. But there's a quest chain called the Vault of Night, and that's actually one of the few places where I believe we were actually playing the bad guy in that instance without realizing it. Basically, the storyline here is that a red dragon got into the Vault of House Kundrik, the big special bank vault, and they think she's there to steal their stuff, and they're trying to get her out. And the flagging quest that you have to do the raid involve gathering the people who've helped test the vault security before to help you get back in, because apparently whoever helped her break into it had enabled all of the security wards so they couldn't go past it. And so to flag, you have to find all the people who figured out how to do all of that. And so as you're doing this and you finally get to the raid and you're beating the dragon, she starts talking about how she just wanted to look into the dragon shards to figure out the prophecy that I guess there's supposed to be this big prophecy in the Ebron universe involving the Stormweaver and something else. And she's been trying to figure it out, and she's like, I don't want the treasure and everything, just leave me alone, just give me a few seconds to figure this out, please, you know. Even though her alignment is supposed to be Red Dragon, is that chaotic evil? Well, I know it's supposed to be evil or something, but even though her alignment is evil, it seems like she is actually out to try to do something right. She's trying to make something right, or she's trying to do something, and she is like, fools, you don't know what you're doing, leave me be, and, you know, and so as you're going through it, you're reading the text. If you actually bother to read it, you realize, I don't think we should have done this. I mean, House Kundrik, of course, reacted like they're having their stuff stolen, but I think it was an overreaction, and I think we killed someone we shouldn't have, because she might have played a really vital role in whatever prophecy is meant to unfold. Now, some people might think that the prophecy is done with the Fall of Truth raid, but something tells me, I don't know, it's just something about it that feels like I don't think we've really seen this story play itself out. There's more to it, and like I said, we still haven't really suffered the full repercussions of having killed Vila with our, because of our meddling and our thinking, we're the good guys, just can go in and, swing our swords and be good, right? But I don't think that's actually the case. I think there are going to be really grave consequences to what we did, and it's not going to be pretty. from what I understand, if you and I've been trying to trace the lore, and actually, what I want to do is make a set of videos that not aren't just a let's play, but an exploration of the lore of the universe so far as you experience it as the adventurer. And in the lore, supposedly somehow something with Heyla actually leads to a series of quest chains in the necropolis that leads to this other raid, which also leads to something it leads to Shavrath making the decision to invade. And it's because of that, because of all of those things that were involved in it, that a lot of that takes place in the first place. And, so there have already been consequences, but I'm sitting here thinking, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's all of them. I think there's still just too much behind all of this story, all the whole wheels within wheels thing going on for it to be done. And I really hope that they actually do follow up on that. That is actually one of the reasons why I actually am kind of a little ambivalent about accessing the Forgotten Realms in this, because I feel like it takes away from Eberron, and there are just so many stories going on in Eberron that I think I'm more interested in those stories, because this is where you start at. This is where you start to really get to know it. Once and this is supposed to be my home plane and everything. I don't really have that much connection to the Forgotten Realms. I don't really know much about its lore. And so I was thinking, it's like, I don't really like that. I don't like that they did something that took the focus away from Eberron. But unfortunately, Turpin really didn't have much choice in this instance. Wizards of the Coast? They wanted to consolidate all of their, they wanted to focus on just one particular universe, because they felt they were just too scattered with all the different universes, and they decided they wanted to focus all on Forgotten Realms. So basically, Turpin really didn't have much choice. They wanted them to have a section of Forgotten Realms to link it with the rest of their stuff. And, if they didn't do it, we probably wouldn't still have Dungeons and Dragons Online. So that really wasn't the choice that they wanted to make. It was just one that they had to make. And it was just something that they just had to do, or just kind of fold up shop. But, it's just one of those things I do regret about them being forced into, because, as I said, I actually find the world of Eberron much more interesting than Forgotten Realms. Nope, that's not it. One more scroll. But the thing that I like about Eberron more than Forgotten Realms is the fact that it isn't a black and white world. Forgotten Realms is very black and white, and it's something that's made me uncomfortable for various reasons. For one thing, I think I might have mentioned before, my father's black and my mother's Filipina, and as far as my skin color goes, it takes after my dad's chocolate skin color. And so one of the things I couldn't help but notice was the fact that the dark-skinned creatures of Forgotten Realms were all just guaranteed to be evil. And all the light-skinned creatures are supposed to be guaranteed to be good. And that didn't really sit very, very well with me. And I tried to brush it off, and I was like, it's a story and whatnot. But I think this is one of those things that need to be retconned. And because I don't think, because I feel like the unfortunate consequences of these things, even if it may not affect someone consciously, it does have a way of getting into people's heads subconsciously, whether people want to admit it or not. And so yeah, so the fact that we have things like that, it kind of really makes me very uncomfortable, because Drow are actually approached very differently in Eberron. In Eberron, yeah, you do have Drow who are supposed to be bad guys, but there's actually one particular adventure pack that shows not all of them are evil. In fact, some of them are just very good people who just want to live their lives, be hunter-gatherers or whatever, and do their thing. And and that's when you realize no one race is ever just going to be purely evil all the time, and nor are they always going to be good. Even the chromatic dragons here, although we haven't really seen it too much, but it is discussed in the actual, as far as what is intended for Eberron. But in other D&D universes, the chromatic dragons are supposed to be just like absolutely evil. But in Eberron, again, it's not a black and white world. It's and there are so many varying shades of gray. Just because a dragon is a particular color doesn't mean its alignment is guaranteed. And again, I really like and I respect this a lot, and I think it's something that should be adopted into their other universes and other storylines, because it's more realistic than making stereotypes a reality. Because all stereotyping does is just kind of make all those subconscious fears and whatnot more. It seems to just kind of reinforce all of those subconscious fears and ideas people have. And like I said, it's not always sometimes you can just kind of brush it off as storytelling and whatnot, but sometimes it just gets like really overemphasized sometimes, when it's like, wow, you really, like the Morning Lord Sun Elves, you can play that race and that particular kind of elf in this game, and the only option you have is to make them white. And one of the things my husband has commented on was, he's like, I don't think melanin works like that. You have a bunch of sun worshippers, they should be the ones that are dark skinned, while the ones who live underground and in caves should be the pale ones. So I'm not really sure how this works. Which is a good observation too. And I know you can go through the standard explanation of, oh, it's just magic, but for me that just doesn't fly. So, it's, of course he logged off. Either he crashed, he has a few issues where you first log on and then he crashes. But anyway, so I actually prefer running through Eberron more than Forgotten Realms, because it feels, in many ways, a lot more realistic. I like the fact that it isn't such a black and white world. Oh crap! Okay. I wasn't expecting a pseudo dragon. But I like it, and a lot of things make more sense. I also love the fact that it really does have a lot of hard science fiction concepts in it. What differentiates regular sci-fi from really hard sci-fi takes the idea of, regular, normal sci-fi, it's like, okay, well, what are the consequences of today's technology? While hard sci-fi is truly speculative, it says, what if we can come up with this kind of technology? If we came up with it, how would it affect society as a whole? What what would be the consequences of the technology? What would be the problems that we would have to face? And especially in concern with the Warforged, you get some very, very, very hard science fiction storytelling going on here. Like the biggest one are the House Canaan's Quest, when you realize rather than just making some unthinking animated objects that have no souls, you have something called the Warforged. They think, they feel, they have something called souls. Should they be treated like slaves? Are they living creatures? Should we give them all these rights? I mean, there are just so many things that, all of a sudden with the creation of the Warforged, people were just unexpectedly having to face, and and because of all of those problems, you do have people like the Lord of Blades come to power, and he was supposed to be this great big evil guy, but when you get right down to it, in many ways he's like Magneto, who himself again was supposed to be this big evil guy, until you realize exactly what his motivations are concerning why he does what he does. He's very much like Magneto in that he does not like to see that his people are treated badly, and in this effort to get them treated as equals, he takes it to an extreme that kind of, instead of balancing things, he takes it to a point where instead of balancing it, he just kind of wants to tip it in the Warforged favor, destroy all the humans and let the Warforged take over the world. And so it's just, but you have to answer questions. Why is this like that? What happened? And again, that's where you get all of these hard sci-fi questions, and I really, really enjoy it, because I think it's things like this that make for good story, and that's the reason why I play this game, is for the good story that comes with it. So yeah, I really enjoy Eberron because you can talk about things like this very much. Like I said, in Forgotten Realms, it feels very rigid. Things seem to be exactly what they seem to be, rather than something else. And like I said, it's just such a clear cut, black and white, this is evil, this isn't kind of world. And I'm thinking, it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. And I still haven't found my final scroll. And so it's just, I just kind of feel like Forgotten Realms it's not as interesting for me story-wise. I like coming here because this is where the more difficult quests are, and this is where you pick up all the great loot. But to be honest, I actually really enjoy playing the Eberron storylines more, because there was just so much more in it. Again, I know that there are people who would disagree with that idea. Would even think I'm a heretic, how dare I not love the holy Elminster or whatnot, but I'm really enjoying Eberron. I really dig the stories that come out of it, and I would like to see more. And yeah, so that's why I just kind of regret that they are forced to kind of divide their attention between Eberron and the Forgotten Realms. Most of the emphasis is on the Forgotten Realms. The two big expansions were centered around the Forgotten Realms. They'll probably continue to be centering around the Forgotten Realms rather than Eberron, and I think that's sad, because I feel like Wizards of the Coast is really I think it's kind of doing this game a disservice by trying to force it to focus on something that it's not really about. But like I said again, that's just mostly just my opinion. I know other people feel differently. I know there are people who feel like thrilled that, I get to play and play in the Forgotten Realms. This is, maybe that's where they wanted to play all along, but just for some, but they decided to make this about Ebron. Maybe they've been wanting a Forgotten Realms MMO for a while, and so I'm pretty sure there are people who probably disagree. And we're all entitled to our own opinions, so I still have not found my scroll. I don't know where it is. It's driving me insane. I have been all around, and I have not found that last spot, and I'm wondering if it's on top, because I feel like we kind of skipped some things up top. So I'm kind of wondering. Let's see, the last journal, Evening Star, Thunderholme. Wait, it might actually be in its own tab. Yep, there it is. Oh, okay. Rare encounters, Thunderholme journals. One I'm missing is the 12th journal. I'm going to check the wiki really quick and see if maybe they might actually have something about that. Yeah, you'll probably notice that the screen's really bright. That's because I have the brightness and the contrast pushed up. Because if the environment's just too dark, it hurts my eyes. So I have to kind of push it up so I can actually see something. Alright, Thunderholme. The wounds of Thunderholme. Yeah, we were there. We got our butts kicked there. Except for Nehru. He's the one who killed everything. Oh, okay. Oh, hey. Okay, it does have journal locations. So it's gonna have a gray number. Like I said, I am not above using guides because, frankly, it's, you kinda, with a game like this, especially if you're in such an expansive area, you can't help it. You kind of really need it. So. Oh my goodness. I am not seeing gray numbers at all. Where are my gray numbers?
Oh, very nice.
I'm seeing red. What are the red numbers for?
Yeah.
To Thunder Peak are the red arrows. The blue arrows is to Deathwyrm. The red dots are rare locations. The purple dots are entrance. The little numbers here are level. Okay, so I get that. Okay, so those are the yellow numbers. I guess maybe these are the numbers. These are the numbers for the scrolls. Okay, so where would 12 be, supposedly, if I'm reading this properly? I know. Oh my. Yeah, that kind of seems to confirm my suspicions right here, is that I think we missed it when we were up top. So, I guess I gotta go up. Supposedly, we'll see. We'll see how well this works. Wow, this is going to be another long video. I'm definitely going to have to break this up in sections because there's just, yeah, I tried uploading a 3.5 hour video before and that literally took all day, so that's not going to happen. I'm going to go in and edit it, either cut it up into 1 hour slots or probably cut it up into half-hour segments so that way it uploads a lot faster because I'm not going to spend all day uploading this stuff again. But yeah, like I said, this place is just so huge. It's just an adventure area, and it's so huge that it's just so hard to really do everything in just such a short amount of time. Did I just come from there? Okay, that's the one I just came from, so I need to go up.
Alright. I will start.
So yeah, I figure if I can get that last journal entry pretty much seen everywhere that's left to be seen here in Thunderholme. So that's pretty much my goal. And then I can stamp a completion stamp on this. So you've seen us take down the 2 red names that's required for flagging. You know, we've pretty much been everywhere. Except for a spot that was skipped, so...
Well, just let me know when everybody's ready.
I got my Q-tip. It was the same as it ever was. Don't leave your solar system lowly human.
Alright, Allison, you said you were...
Okay, got him. Yeah, I don't need XP because everything's maxed out.
Yeah, it's really cool. I don't know what I told you. I got a good chuckle from that little comic strip you posted with Gary Blue, Alien Fairy Smith. I thought you would appreciate it. It came to mind when I was reading that.
I'm doing this largely for the loot value, I'll be honest. I was really hoping that one of these guys would drop a Deathwyrm cloak, and they haven't. So I'm a very sad monk right now. So... so yeah, someone I know, he's of the camp that's like, oh well, if you've got everything maxed out, then why not TR? And he's like, well, no, that's just because that's not what she's about. So I'm gonna have to explain that. Oh god, I hate it when they run off. Yeah, okay, so... Oh, for the love of God. How the hell do I get out of here? Okay, I think this is the way up. Please let this be the way up. Oh, crap. No, that's not it. Oh, for the love of... Damn it! Okay, I see the way down, but where is the way up? Oh. Yeah, I know. Yeah, especially if I do a lot of these videos solo, this is just gonna be one of those things that we'll be doing a lot of, is playing where the hell am I now? Not one of my favorite games to play. Oh man, come on. Let me out of here already. Okay. I will find a way up. Eventually. Eventually. I'm tempted to just hit the recall button. I'm half afraid that for some reason that somehow they'll set it up so that if I did that, everything will reset. I don't want to screw up this. Oh, okay, there it is. I found it. Just spent so much time just wandering. Oh my god. I'll tell you one thing though about this place. You're not going to have any problems getting the slayers done. That's for sure. No problems at all. Okay, so Fire on Thunder Peak, Scroll 12. Okay. So, I gotta go up to level 2. I gotta go this way. Level 2. I'm in like sub-level 1 right now. Alright, I gotta go up the ramp, don't I? Yeah, even with the map, I'm still really bad at all of this stuff. This whole finding my way around thing. There's a reason why, you know, my husband likes to joke. I'm like the soul sister of a character in an anime called Ranma 1/2 of, his name is Ryoga Hibiki, and he has this epically bad sense of direction. I mean, he can be trying to go to the bathroom in the household and end up in China, literally. Oh, okay, looks like I'm on the right level now. And so it's a pretty funny series, but everyone's always noted how much I am like him as far as trying to find my way around everywhere. And, you know, I don't disagree because, yeah, my sense of direction is pretty bad. I'm okay at reading maps, kinda, sorta, but I do find the maps here to be a little bit confusing, especially if you have, like, a lot of overlapping things going on. Oh, please let this be it. Oh, here it is! Woohoo! And there you go. Finally! I got all the journals done. You see me get all of the journals done. The fog of war is lifted. You've seen us fight the two big red names in this quest, or in this adventure area. And really only one of them is worth talking about. I mean, the other one, the Death Knight, is not that much of a big deal, but oh my god, what's her name? Sarva? Jeez, there have to be saves. I mean, because that was just ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. Let's see, is there treasure here? No, I didn't find a red name. Alright, so yeah, you've seen us fight the two big red names. You saw us get to the actual raid areas, and you saw me get all of the journal entries now. And so it looks like we've done everything we can. So this is Thunderholme, and yeah, this is a big place. If you do play DDO and you haven't explored this area yet, be prepared to spend quite a while down here, even though that they finally do, even though they even finally have a map that I was going to try to find the front entrance and leave, but that's just not going to happen today. I'm giving up on that idea now. See, maybe I can. But yeah, even with the map that shows you where all the journal entries are, which we didn't have when we first started this last week. I think that was just like a very recent update. I didn't even think they were going to have that. Oh, damn, that was a skeleton. He won't be stunned. So even with that, though, I mean, you're be prepared to have to set several hours aside just to get through it. Because this is a very lengthy area. This is a very big adventure area. But I had fun. Even with the bitch, I still had a lot of fun playing through this. I do, like I said, I play for the stories. I know a lot of people tend to just kind of want to zerg through and get to the boss and kill things and whatnot, but I do play for the stories, and I actually really did like picking up the journals and learning the stories behind them. And I hope you enjoyed the adventure of traveling through here and watching me get lost. So, thank you so much for
Have a good night.
taking the time to explore this area with me. So I hope y'all have a wonderful evening, morning, or afternoon, or whatever time of day it happens to be for you. So I'll see you again.